Hi chess friends, this is the FIDE master Alessandro Santagati, and it's the video number 3 about how to play against the Scandinavian Defense. In this video we'll follow the attention about e4, d5, e takes d5, queen takes d5, knight c3, and queen d8. This variation is not so common, but I think it's useful to understand how to play against it. The move queen d8 is a little passive because now the queen can do anything. And we can go forward, taking space on the center with d4, for example. And now black can go with the development with knight f6, for example. We can play knight f3. And now we can see two options, I think. Or bishop g4 immediately. It can be an idea for black. It is make pressure against the knight, maybe making pressure against d4. But this time it's not a real pressure, because it's not possible to take the pawn d4. To the example, if you play h3, if bishop takes f3, it's not possible to take the pawn, because if queen takes d4, black loses immediately the game after queen takes d7, and the rook is lost, and the game probably is lost. So now white can win immediately. Oh, sorry, I made a mistake. I can go back. So yes, said. After that, it's impossible to take the pawn. Maybe black has to play another move, for example c6 to defend the pawn, and now white has the game. We can play bishop e3 to defend this pawn. For example e6, castle queenside, bishop d6 or e7. And after that, simply king b1, knight d7. And the idea is, if castle kingside, the idea will be bishop d3, g4 attacking this way. And in this kind of position, it's very hard for black castle queenside, because, for example, if bishop d3, queen a5, to try to play castle queenside, now a very important key move is g4. Because with g4, the simple threat is g5, so if castle queenside, you play g5, the knight is forced to go away, and after that, you will take the pawn f7, and the e6 will be weak, g6 can be another target, so after that, white is very, very good. If h6, to avoid that, I think simply h4. The next move g5, so yes, white is very strong here. So this is a very good plan for white. Okay, we can go back. So this if bishop takes f3, but another option can be bishop h5. In this case, g4. Bishop g6, this move is forced, and now knight e5. The idea is to make pressure against the bishop, and to do that you can push h4 to force h6, and then take it to weaken the pawn structure. e6, and now bishop g2. Easy idea, attack the pawn, develop a piece, and after c6 to defend the pawn, h4 is very strong. The simple idea is play h5, and no way for black to have a position, an equal position now. White is much better. And for example, if h6, knight takes, pawn take, queen d3, the queen can attack this weakness. e6 is weak, so I don't know, king f7 to defend, but very bad position now. I don't know, I can simply castle, I think. I can simply play against this pawn, against this. Maybe also h5 is fine. Let me check. Yeah, h5 can be another interesting idea to take the square. So now you don't play for the pawn, but you play for the attack to activate the queen to attack the black king. So that's very nice. So this position is very strong for white, so we can go back. Yeah, I think no other option, other good option, because if knight e7, now another interesting move is queen e2. Very, very nice move, because the idea is this: if knight takes e5, d takes e5, now the knight is under attack, and if knight d5, I can simply play queen b5. The queen can attack the king, at the same time can take b7, and now white is much better. So after c6, queen takes b7, white has a good advantage. Okay, so if knight e7 can be another idea to defend. No, I'm thinking about d6 also. It's interesting to weaken the pawn structure. But another interesting idea could be I think also h4. It seems playable. Yeah, can be another interesting idea. So yeah, this position don't give problem at white now. So yeah, for this reason, I think this position is very, very good. Another option can be maybe 6. And after bishop g2, c6, h4. No, sorry, I made a mistake. I mean back. So not bishop g4, because with bishop g4, black has a lot of problems. Maybe another option can be c6. If c6, we can play bishop c4. And now can be possible bishop f5 or maybe bishop g4. What do you think about it? I don't like bishop g4 because white can simply play bishop f7 check, king takes, knight e5, and white can win a piece. Not a piece, sorry, a pawn in this case, because I took the pawn f7. But white is much better, is for the pawn, is for the bad position of the black king. So that's very good. But it's also interesting knight e5 immediately. For sure it's not possible to take the queen, because there is checkmate with bishop takes f7. And the only move is maybe bishop e6. Now what's much better after this bad pawn structure for black. It's very interesting that if bishop h5, I can simply take the bishop, because again there is the checkmate. So that's very nice. Okay, so bishop g4 now is not possible after bishop c4. Another option can be bishop f5, and now knight d5 with the idea to make pressure against f7. The only move is e6. Maybe it can be also possible bishop g6 to defend, but then h4. It's nice. So e6 seems better, and now I play g4. So similar idea, because after bishop g6, I can play h4. Maybe it could be possible bishop e4, but if bishop e4, I can simply take the bishop, then you can play it, and now queen e2, or queen f3 is fine, yes, fine too, or also queen e2 is fine. Because with queen e2, you cannot take the knight, and if queen takes d4, no problem, knight f3, and now the piece is lost. So white is much, much better. If the knight go back, so at d6, I play bishop d3, my idea will be castle queen side, and attack on the king side. So that's, oh sorry, that's very nice. Perfect, so probably bishop g6, h4, and now an interesting idea could be knight d7, but in this case no problem. I can play is knight takes d7, is f3, and then my next move would be h5, or also knight takes d7, queen takes, and now h5, because after that I can take, and after c3 I play queen e2, I move the bishop, the direct bishop, and then the castle queen side, and I have again a good attack. So not a big problem this. If, for example, bishop b5, so bishop b4, sorry, the idea about this move is take the square, because now the knight is pinned and bishop e4 can be playable. With the idea to play bishop d5 and to trade the bishop with this. So after that, an important move is f3 to take the square with the pawn, and after that, no good moves for black, I think. I don't know, if h6, okay, very easy. Knight takes and white is fine. No big problem, two bad weaknesses. So very, very bad. If, for example, other moves, I don't know, knight e7, I think it doesn't work this move because I can simply play h5. So yeah, very, very terrible position for black. And now maybe the only move is bishop takes e2. Can be an option. Maybe another option could be knight d5 to attack them. But after this, c takes and h5, I think it's not easy play, because f6 is the only move to save a piece. But after that, white is much better, so no problem. Yeah, so very, very bad position. The idea can be sacrifice this bishop here. The bishop takes e2, and now white has to pay attention, because I have to take the bishop, and after queen takes d4, I have to pay attention because the queen is attacking the knight, is attacking the bishop. So how defend it? Okay, the bishop has a defender the knight, so I can simply defend the knight. But in this case, I defend also the bishop, so it's not a problem. I can allow bishop takes e3, not a big problem. I take, queen takes, king f2, and now white is much better because I think it's wrong to take the rook on a1, so maybe black has to play castle, you can play also bishop b2, and the white is much better because white is up a piece, so white can be happy. If black takes the rook, now there is a very important move to remember, rook d1, very nice move because you bring your rook in a good file. At the same time now you can threaten the discovery attack and the idea bishop b2 to win the queen. Now the only move to save the queen is queen c3, but after that I play bishop b2, and after queen b4 I can simply sacrifice here and I play for the checkmate. Now it's possible to defend this position. If you take, queen takes e6, if king here, this and then g5, and the game is finished. So white now is much better, so nothing to do for black after that. Well, I don't know, if queen b1, no problem, because I can play bishop b2, so nothing to do. And I don't see other options, because or you lose the queen, or for example if you play castle, now bishop b2, and you have to give the queen, and white is fine, because white can have a good attack with the two bishops and the queen against the king after that. So yeah, no solutions here. White has a winning position, so we can be happy about this. Okay, perfect. In this lesson we focused attention about the variation queen d8. If you have questions, you feel free to write below in the comment, and see you for the next video. Bye. Remember to follow me on social networks and share the video with your friends. Thanks!